Hello students of 8th standard, we have started the lesson that is nothing but you can say human body and organ system. In that some part we have completed and the some part we are going to complete. See there, observe the movements in the region below the thoracic cage occurring during breathing and discuss in the class. Whenever you see the you can say region below the thoracic cage, see what happens. There is a one, you can say, in yesterday we have studied that there is a one muscular, you can say, membrane which separates the thoracic cage and also the abdominal cavity or abdominal cage. So what happens? So this diaphragm is moving up and down during the breathing. We know that. What is meant by blood circulation? Blood circulation means what? Blood is circulated throughout the body. Which are the organs present in the blood circulatory system? In the blood circulatory system, there is a, you can say, blood is the main thing that is circulating all of the parts, and also there is a, you can say, the heart is pumping the blood. Now today we are going to study about the blood circulatory system. Circulatory system performs the function of transport of various substances like water, hormone, oxygen, soluble nutrients, waste materials through the different organs. So what is the function of the circulatory system? Circulatory system is performing the function of transporting the various substances. It is transporting the various substances, and the substances are nothing but they are like water, hormones, oxygen, soluble nutrients, or you can say waste materials. These all are transported through the different organs. And independent system for blood circulation is present in human and higher animals. So if we consider in case of human beings or higher animals, the independent blood circulation system is present. Then see, it consists of heart, blood vessels and capillaries. So it is made up of heart, blood vessels and capillaries. Now we are going to study about the structure of the heart and function. Heart is present almost at the center of the thoracic cage. See here, it is present behind the ribs, between two lungs and slightly inclined on the left side. See, it is present in the thoracic cage, if you see, and slightly towards the left side of our body and between the two lungs. The size of the heart, if you see, the size of the heart is equal to one fist, and its weight is about 360 grams. Whenever you see that its weight is about 360 grams. It is covered by double layer membrane, and these membrane are called as a peritoneal membrane. A fluid is present between two membranes, due to which heart is protected from friction and mechanical shocks. See, there is also a fluid present between these two membranes. And what does this fluid do? This fluid protects the heart from the friction and also the mechanical shocks. Human heart is nothing but one of the muscular organ, as it is made up of many muscles. We call it as a muscular organ. It is a involuntary cardiac muscle. It is made up of involuntary cardiac muscle. As these muscles do not work according to our will, we call it as an involuntary cardiac muscles. They contract and relax with a definite rhythm. See, they are contracting and relaxing with a definite rhythm, and this is called as a beating of the heart. Then see next one. Internally, heart is divided into left and right compartments. If you see the heart, the human heart is of 4 chambered, and there is a, you can say, left side and right side of the heart, and there are partitions which divides the heart, and there are compartments, if you can say, which divides the right and left part. Then see next one. Each of these compartment is again divided into 2 chambers. Thus the heart in all, it has 4 chambers. Upper chambers are called as a atria. Singularly they are called as a atrium, and lower chambers they are called as a ventricles. So this is very most important thing. Then see next one. Blood vessels, structure and function. Heart is beating continuously. Due to this, the blood is circulated through the blood vessels. There are 2 main types of the blood vessels. They are nothing but arteries and veins. So arteries are the blood vessels which carry the blood away from the heart. So arteries are the blood vessels which carry the blood away from the heart. See there. And the one carrying blood towards the lung, all carry oxygenated blood. Arteries all are carrying the oxygenated blood. Then see, these are deeply situated into the body. Arteries are deeply situated into the body, and their walls are very thick. The vessel do not have the walls. These arteries, they are not having the walls. They are very thick in nature, as they want to bear the pressure, and they do not have the walls, and they carry the oxygenated blood. Next comes the veins. These vessels are carrying the blood towards the heart. What they are doing? They are carrying the blood towards the heart. And see, veins, except the one is carrying the blood from the lungs, transport deoxygenated blood. Most of the veins are superficially located in the body. Their walls are very thin, and they are having the valves. These blood vessels, they are having the valves. This is most important. See, next is nothing but the why the veins are provided with the valves. Why the arteries have the thick wall. Arteries have the thick wall because they want to bear the pressure of the, you can say, blood. And veins are provided with the valves because to avoid the backflow of the, you can say, blood. That is most important. Then next comes the capillaries. Arteries gradually branch out with the decrease in the diameter as they spread in the body, and finally they form fine hair-like vessels which are called as a capillaries. So capillaries are nothing but a very thin-like structure which are formed from the arteries. When the arteries undergo or decrease in their diameter and they spread in their body, and after spreading they form a very fine thin like structure which is called as a capillaries. Due to this, what happens, see there, walls of the capillaries are very thin. The walls of the capillaries are very thin and they are made up of a single layer of the cell. Due to this, the exchange of the material between the capillaries and cells becomes very easy. During the exchange, the oxygen, nutrient, hormones, vitamins are sent towards the cells and waste materials of the cells move into the blood. So what happens, see there, the material like oxygen, nutrient, hormones and vitamins, they are sent from the capillaries towards the cell, and the waste material of the cell is moved into the blood. Capillaries unite together to form the vessels of more diameter which are called as a veins. Capillaries network is present in each organ. So what happens? The capillaries unite together to form a vessels, and they are, if they are of more diameter, then they are called as the veins. Capillary network is present in each organ.